It's Friday night. You open the delivery app and, without thinking, type the same 5 letters, Pizza. Pepperoni, extra cheese, maybe a stuffed crust if you're feeling ambitious. That's the whole decision tree, most weeks, for most of your life. There's a real reason pizza wins that hard, every time. Cheese hits a fat and protein combo your brain is wired to crave, tomato sauce is loaded with umami, and the whole format is basically neurological cheating. But other countries have quietly built entire pizza universes of their own. One with curry, one with mayonnaise, one with a fried egg cracked into the center. And one of these is so far from anything Naples would recognize, you might not even believe it counts as pizza by the time we get there. I'll let you be the judge. Let's go country by country. Sweden, banana curry pizza. Let's start with the one that breaks the most brains first, Sweden. Sweden puts bananas on pizza. Not as a joke, not as a dare, it's a completely normal, widely available menu item at pizza shops in basically every Swedish town, right next to the kebab pizza and the shrimp pizza. The classic build, tomato sauce, cheese, curry powder, and sliced banana, sometimes with ham or peanuts thrown in. Food historians trace it to Sweden's decades-long fascination with bananas and curry as exotic ingredients starting in the mid-1900s, plus a pizza culture that was never that attached to Italian tradition to begin with. Most Swedish pizzerias are run by immigrant families who built their own topping playbook from scratch. So nobody was around to say bananas were off-limits. If Hawaiian pizza isn't blasphemous enough for you, banana curry pizza will have you calling a priest for an exorcism. And yet, I kind of want to try it. Sue me. My curiosity has never once cared about my dignity. Georgia, Khachapuri. Not the Georgia with Atlanta, the one wedged between Russia, Turkey, and the Black Sea, with a several thousand-year head start on cheese bread. Khachapuri splits into 2 words. Cacio, cheese curds, and puri, bread. Simple pitch, great result. The common Imeretian version is round, stuffed with cheese, baked flat, a pizza with the toppings hidden inside. The boat-shaped Agerian version goes further. An open canoe of dough packed with cheese, finished with a raw egg cracked in right before it bakes, so the yolk stays runny. Before the comments start, traditional pizza does have egg on it. Pizza Fiorentina, an Italian classic, is topped with spinach, mozzarella, and a cracked egg. Khachapuri's yolk isn't that far outside pizza tradition. Here's where I went down a rabbit hole, though. The word puri is actually a loan word from ancient Greek pyros, meaning wheat, borrowed into Georgian when Greek colonies lined the Black Sea coast. That part's real. What's interesting is Hindi also has a puri, a fried bread, and kacha, meaning raw. Greek and Sanskrit-rooted languages share a linguistic family tree, so my brain wanted to keep the chain going. Greece to Georgia, Greece to India, one shared root the whole way. I couldn't confirm that last leap. It might just be a coincidence my brain dressed up as a theory, but if I'm onto something or you know more than I do, the comments are yours. If you've made it this far and you're already planning to sneak banana curry pizza into your next order, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel keep making videos like this. Turkey, Lahmacun, and Turkish Pide? West across the Black Sea into Turkey, where 2 dishes make an extremely strong case for themselves. Pide is the closer relative, a boat-shaped flatbread, stretched thin, loaded with cheese, minced meat, or vegetables, baked until the edges go dark and crackly. People call it Turkish pizza as a shortcut, and honestly, the nickname undersells it. Lahmacun is the wilder cousin, an impossibly thin, crisp flatbread topped with minced meat, herbs, and spices, rolled up with parsley, onion, and lemon right before you eat it. I actually worked at an upscale Turkish restaurant during a study abroad stint in the UK, and almost every single table ordered a lahmacun. That's not marketing, that's just what happens when a dish is genuinely that good. It becomes the thing everyone orders without being told to. I tried the lahmacun and the spice profile is more aromatic and earthy than anything you'd expect from a flatbread, worth trying at least once. Japan, Mayo corn and Okonomiyaki. Further east, Japan gave pizza a very Japanese upgrade, mayonnaise. Specifically Kewpie mayo, richer and tangier than the American stuff, because it's made exclusively with egg yolks instead of whole eggs. Corn and mayo pizza is a genuine, widely available menu item across Japan, and once you understand what Kewpie mayo tastes like, it stops sounding strange and starts sounding like something you've been missing all your life. Then there's Okonomiyaki, grilled as you like it, a savory pancake made with shredded cabbage, batter, and whatever mix-ins you want, topped with okonomi sauce, a descendant of Worcestershire sauce, more Kewpie mayo, and bonito flakes. Not pizza in shape or method, but it hits the same craving. Hot, savory, customizable, built to share off one big plate. I made okonomiyaki for my girlfriend once, and it remains one of the most successful things I've ever cooked. If you've never used Kewpie mayo, do yourself a big favor and swap it in for regular mayonnaise on literally anything. You'll thank me later. We're 4 countries in, and pizza hasn't repeated itself once. It only gets stranger from here. Brazil, Catupiry, and corn. Brazil is the second largest pizza market in the world by total volume, trailing only the US. Brazilians eat pizza on a scale most people don't associate with a country famous for beaches and soccer, and their toppings reflect decades of building a pizza identity independent from Italy. Catupiry is the star. A soft, ultra-creamy Brazilian cheese piped over pizza like frosting, often paired with sweet corn, peas, sometimes finished with a drizzle of mayonnaise. An Italian pizzaiolo watching this get assembled might need a moment to sit down. In Brazil, it's comfort food, weeknight food, birthday party food, completely ordinary, completely beloved. India, Tandoori, and Tikka pizza. From Brazil to the Indian subcontinent, where the tandoor, the same clay oven used for naan and tandoori chicken, got pointed directly at pizza. The result, tandoori pizza and paneer tikka pizza, loaded with marinated char-grilled flavors that don't exist anywhere in traditional Italian pizza making. These became so popular that Domino's India built paneer tikka and makhani pizzas directly into the regular menu, right next to the pepperoni. Basically, tandoori pizza is what happens when naan and an Italian pizza fall in love at a wedding buffet and have a baby. France, Tarte Flambée. Back to Europe, though the western side this time. Everyone associates French food with butter, wine, and sauces that take 4 days to make. Nobody associates it with pizza, which is exactly why Tarte Flambée deserves more attention. From the Alsace region on the French-German border, it's a paper-thin crust topped with crème fraîche instead of tomato sauce, loaded with thinly sliced onions and lardons, then blasted in a wood-fired oven until the edges practically burn. It's often nicknamed French pizza, and once you taste crème fraîche standing in for tomato sauce, you'll understand why nobody's arguing. South Korea, Korean corn cheese / bulgogi pizza. Further east again, pizza landed in South Korea in the 1980s through American chains like Pizza Hut, and Korean pizzerias immediately asked a question nobody in Naples had ever asked. What if pizza was sweeter? The answer became bulgogi pizza, sweet marinated Korean BBQ beef, corn, and mozzarella, sometimes finished with a stuffed sweet potato crust that tastes more like dessert than dinner. Korean pizza doesn't try to look Italian, and it doesn't apologize for it. It just quietly built one of the most distinct pizza cultures on the planet, 30 years after everyone else had already decided what pizza was supposed to be. We've covered 8 countries, 3 continents, and 0 tomatoes done the same way twice. 2 stops left, and one of them barely qualifies. USA, St. Louis pizza. America gets one more entry, and no, not New York, Chicago, Detroit, or Hawaiian, and yes, margarita and Neapolitan too. Mostly because I didn't want to risk leaving them out and finding out the hard way in the comments. I went deep on how Italian some of these actually are in my last video, so go check that out if you haven't already. Instead, St. Louis pizza. Cracker-thin crust cut into squares instead of triangles, topped with Provel, a processed cheddar Swiss provolone blend that melts closer to queso than classic pizza cheese. Most Americans have never heard of it, which, for a country that refined pizza, is a genuinely funny blind spot. Vietnam, Bánh Tráng Nuong. Which finally brings us to the one I mentioned earlier, the pizza that might not even be pizza. Bánh Tráng Nuong. Grilled rice paper, thin, crisp, blistered over charcoal, topped with egg, dried shrimp, scallions, and a savory sauce, then folded or rolled up to eat. It's not pizza by any traditional sense. No dough, no cheese requirement, no oven. But Vietnamese street vendors affectionately call it Vietnamese pizza themselves, because visually that's exactly what it looks like. A thin, round base cracked with toppings, cooked over direct heat. So does it count? I'm including it because it's earned the nickname fair and square. But you tell me, is this the pizza-adjacent dish that broke the rules in the best way, or did I stretch the definition too far? Comments are yours. Honorable mentions. A few more that almost made the cut, and they get progressively less normal. Tlayuda from Mexico, a giant crisp tortilla loaded with beans, cheese, and meat, close enough to pizza logic that it barely counts as a stretch. Zapiekanka from Poland, a toasted baguette half smothered in mushrooms, cheese, and ketchup, nicknamed Polish pizza by people who clearly needed no convincing. And fugaza from Argentina, a thick, onion-loaded relative of focaccia that Argentinians will absolutely fight you over calling not pizza. If I missed your country's version, I probably deserve to hear about it in the comments. Verdict. Quick trophies before we go. Most unexpected. Sweden, banana and curry. I still can't quite believe that's real. Most argued about, Vietnam. Something tells me I'm going to hear about this one in the comments, and the one I'd actually order again. Georgia's Khachapuri, which I'm now mildly obsessed with. So, what did we learn? Pizza was never really one dish. It was a format. Dough, heat, toppings. And the second it left Naples, every country that got their hands on it asked the same question. What if we made this ours? Georgia hid the toppings inside. Sweden put fruit on it. Korea made it sweeter. Vietnam didn't even bother with cheese. And somehow, it's still recognizably pizza almost every time. Tell me in the comments if I got the lineup wrong, or if I missed your country's version entirely. And if you want a part 2 covering the ones that didn't make the cut, let me know. See you in the next video.